Welcome back to the world's most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC. I'm here by myself today. Q's not here, so I'm holding down the fort. So y'all pray for me. But I do got my boy David. What's going on, David?
Oh, nothing much.
Man, appreciate you coming on, helping me out. So what's been going on with you? I know something's been going on with you, but I don't know if you want to talk about that real quick.
Yesterday I had a vasectomy, so that's what happened to me yesterday. So it was a real quick procedure, something that wasn't, it wasn't quite what I thought it was gonna be because I had a lot of anxiety before I had it. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's something that I never thought I would do, So it's kind of one of those things. I guess looking at this, my experience. I've already had 3 kids. I know I don't want any more.
So is that the reason why people do it? Like just because I'm done having kids. It ain't. It's,
you don't want when you get to a point where you're done. I mean, for me, I'm just done. I don't want to even think about having other kids, whether it's with the current marriage I'm in. If God forbid, I get a divorce or something happens with her, I know I don't want any more kids, so I'm done.
That's just like human
beings. That's the whole
beings.
thing with that.
That's just like human beings want it. That's how we
Yep,
do it.
exactly.
You
Exactly
feel
what it is.
what I've been on is like as far as the meaning of success, right?
Mhm.
So, any man, because we picture success. A lot of people do is what job you have, the money you making. But do you feel like having a family, kids, wife, all that is part of success?
It depends on the person. I think some people, not everybody's meant to be married. Now that's just my personal belief. Now, people have their own philosophy on things. For me, that's success. The fact that I have, my family, my wife, my kids. I think another benchmark for me as far as success is like just how successful my kids are. Like as adults, you know, do they have what they need to be successful in life? So my big thing is kind of helping them not to make the same mistakes that I made. So I really try to focus on them, just really, I guess having a better focus as far as their career, not being so stuck on getting a degree. I know with my parents, that was their big things. They may get a degree, the degree.
Yeah,
and I have a lot of friends who don't have degrees.
It ain't that big of a deal.
No, it's not. It's not as big of a deal as my parents made it out to be. It's one of those things that in my mind I thought I had to do. And then I got it. It is what it is. Oh, that's the monitor. That's what I'm hearing her on. So if y'all hear the baby, that's what it is.
How old is the youngest baby?
She's about 13 months.
Mm.
About 13 months.
Yeah, so still brand new.
Yeah, still brand new. So she's still a baby.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like when it comes to success, it's like a pie chart. You got you want to be this, the job, the money, you got a family, kids, right? Whatever it is, right? And I feel like you can gain certain success, individually, but also I feel like there's a whole of success too. And if you're missing one of those things, always am I success? Like let's say the money, the job,
right.
But I don't have the wife, I don't have the kids, but that was on my list, that was on my chart. Am I truly successful? Do you ever think about stuff like that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know there's a lot of things that I want to do as far as success. I think I really want to try to bringing more money into my household. That's a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I focus too much on my education versus building myself financially. Um, I have a house, I have a mortgage, I have my wife, my kids, I have my career, but I wish I'd focused more on just the amount of money I had. Like I feel like I didn't really have those tools. Like now that I'm older than I know,
Right.
as far as making investments, investing in property, the moves you need to make financially to really put yourself in a good position. I feel like those are the things that I wish I had known and I wish that my parents had kind of focused on
Mm-hmm.
versus me just going to school. So I think that a lot of times, at least with my parents' generation, they're more focused on your education. And
Right.
now, this just from what I know, it's not all about your education. There are a lot of people who are very financially stable that have a lot of money, have a lot of assets that aren't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily, super educated.
And yeah, I think that's very true. Like it's so much you can get just like I mean, besides like a doctor, you definitely want your doctor with the degree, But
Right. Doing a podcast. Hold on one second, bro.
no, go ahead.
I can hold her. I'm doing a podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
It
I
gets
mean,
real
you
on.
need me to. Yeah, man, it gets real, man. This is
Yeah.
life. You need me to. Or if you want to hold her, if you're not finished. I did. I was planning on it, but I thought you were gonna be finished with everything by now. That's fine. So there
Oh,
we
that's the
go.
star. That's the star.
Yeah. But
But
I think like what I would want to instill in my kids is like basically just being more financially stable.
mm-hmm.
Just having a situation where you're focusing more on your finances, you're focusing more on building yourself up. If my kids were like, hey, I want to start a business or whatever, my whole thing is that I would let them sit on me and do what they need to do. Of course, I
Right.
want them to have a trade or something to fall back on, but I want them to be able to focus on the things they want to do in their life, to build themselves up.
Yeah.
And, I think that's what I didn't know. That's one regret that I have.
Yeah. And I think also I think when we're young we do live on that college education, all that, but it's even a lot of they I seen the progress that they made without even they're but still
Yeah.
make money. Have that drive, and I feel like that's what starts with that drive, or no, or first you got to figure out what you want. You know, you really got to figure out what it is that you really want, and like for me, I would even if I figure it out, my thing was I would be the person who always said, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this," and I kept saying it, but never did it. But
Right.
it would be something that I always did, and then let's say we even starting this podcast, I would for a couple years. I'm going to start a podcast. And then one day I was just like, well, just put a camera in front of me and start talking. That's the beginning.
And that's it. It takes a level of of gumption, level of I guess bravery, really, to be to put yourself out there. I know with me, that's been my big thing in reference to like doing a podcast is that it's hard for me to speak like by myself and just
Mm-hmm.
kind of go on. Even though I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of things that I want to say. I think sometimes I lack the confidence to just have that dialogue with the camera. It's easy for me to have a dialogue with somebody else, but for me
Right.
to do that by myself, that takes a lot of, to me, that you have to have there's a level of confidence you have to have in yourself, and a level of confidence that you have to have that people, you know, in
That they
spite
believe
of you
it.
being that, yeah, that they'll buy into what you're saying, that they'll take you seriously.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
waving, girl?
Yeah. Yeah. She waving. But yeah, that's a very true statement right there because people are going to always have something to say about, and you got to be willing to deal with that at all times.
Right.
People always have an
See,
opinion
and I
about what
think
you're doing or what you're saying, and
right.
they're not saying anything, and they're not.
Yeah. Or they sit there and they speak all this stuff and they don't really have you have more credentials. I always think
Right.
it's funny, like, I've been in education for over 17 years, and the amount of things that people have to say that have never taught. You've never been in the classroom, but you have all this to say. And you'll criticize me on things that I feel. I remember one of my other friends, I was on his podcast, and it was you have people that respond, because I think is that I was talking about how I used to be consider myself like a Democrat, but the party has moved so far, like radically to the left, to where I can't say that I'm a Democrat anymore. I was
Yeah,
telling my friend
that's
that
good. Don't say
I just can't
that.
because the party has moved, you know. So I can't claim the Democratic Party. So I think it's like I feel like I'm just like lost. Like I don't really, I'm just more independent. And when I look
Yeah,
at it like the sense of policies, I can't say that I'm a Democrat. There's certain policies that I lean more right, and there are policies I lean more
yeah,
left. Even within like criminal justice, like there's some things that I would be more left leaning in reference to criminal justice, but then there's some things that I'm more right leaning. So I just find as I've gotten older, I don't feel like I've necessarily changed. I feel like the party has changed. But then you have to and you start speaking that thing, they're like, well, since you haven't, like, why don't you progress? I had somebody responded to the podcast and said that. And I'm like, well, no. Like it's
well,
not about progressing, it's about standing in something, right?
yeah,
Have my
it's progressive. That's I don't like that word progressive because both sides in order to push their agenda. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Whatever agenda they want to push. Oh, you're not progressive because you're not good to go, and the other side too. So yeah, I can definitely agree. But yeah, some people have their opinions, and you have to look at everything. Everything's so narrow minded. No matter what you're doing in life, no matter
Right.
where you can't always look at it. This is the way to go. This
Mm-hmm.
because like as climbers, I tell you that climb Mount Everest. You made this way, but they went a whole nother route and got there. Their own is hard, or
Right.
even if it was harder, they still got there. But it's the journey to success is just important as the destination. The journey you learn
Right.
lessons. You know, like
Right.
on the journey to your family success, you learn some lessons with two. The third one, now you kind of know how to handle some things.
Hey, I know how to
The
handle some
third one, you
things.
knew you knew the
I'm
lesson.
just
You went
telling
straight to the
you this, man.
clinic.
Last one.
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry, bro. I don't want to be walking in a cane with like a new baby. I don't want to do that. That's not a good look.
nah, I don't understand that. Have any. So, but
Different.
that's a
What
part
y'all
of my
doing?
success. That's I'm not true to success.
Yeah.
I can make the money. The podcast can blow up. But
Mm.
I think still on married, still on there.
Well, I mean, you never. I say stuff. It's because I already have three.
Right.
So that's how my thing is. But as a man, if you take care of yourself, you can have kids and be older. You just have to. I guess in my mind, if I didn't have kids, it'd be different. If I didn't have kids right now, I wouldn't even think about having a second. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
just,
yeah. Because
man, yeah, because you want
you
to,
be at the club partying.
yeah. But it's just, man, when you having kids, especially when you have more than one, every kid is expensive. And people don't want to talk about it like that, but it's an expense for every single kid you have. So it gets to a point where if you start having too many kids, I feel like you're kind of doing your other kids a disservice. if you're
Oh.
not able to put in what you want to put into those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So if I sit there and I just have like 6 or 7 kids, but my income
Right.
isn't increasing, I'm on some level, I'm just selling them short. I'm not giving them what I could give them. So to me, it's just to a certain point, you're being selfish when you just keep having kid after kid after kid. 'Cause I know people, they make as much as me, and you got 6 kids. I'm literally even thinking of somebody in my mind at 6
Yeah.
kids, and you operating on a dual teacher salary.
Yeah.
That's
Some of
not gonna work, bro.
it's the kids suffering.
Yeah, and at some point, it's not about, and what it is that this particular person, their wife likes the whole process of being a mother. She likes the whole process of being pregnant and all that, which is interesting. I mean, that's, you a tough lady if you like all that, but
Yeah.
I just feel, okay, at some point, when do you say, hey, I love my kids and I want to give them the most I can give them, but man, this is all I can do. At some point, to me, you have to get to that point.
Mm. Shoot, you said teacher too. She got to teach all them kids too.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And I mean, they're close, back to back to back to back. So they're all a year apart. Like with her, it's not so. It's pretty easy. It's easier to manage because I have 2 kids who are, my daughter next year she'll be in middle school. My son will be in the 5th grade.
Mhm.
So they're old enough to kind of maintain themselves. So the only person we have to really keep up with and kind of tag team is her,
Yeah.
right? But let's say in the next couple of months, my wife's pregnant again. So now I got a toddler and I have a newborn. Then I
Well,
got
hey,
them 2.
if you next month your wife's pregnant, you got to sue somebody.
Yeah. Oh nah, bro. I'll just be done. If she got pregnant after this mistake, everything, the discomfort.
Yeah. Either you got to sue somebody or you're that shit didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, they say there's a chance you can still get person pregnant, but the way I did it, it shouldn't be. Because I mean, I
Yeah,
have it to where I went through the process of having it burned, like the both sides, all that. I'm not going into details, but
it's about
the
that.
way I did it, it's supposed to be a done deal. So if I were to get her pregnant with this, I'd be just livid, just upset, you
Yeah,
know. So I mean, that's just me. But like I said, like with your situation, I wouldn't, just because if I didn't have kids, then I would never do it, because I mean that's something that's always been on my bucket list, to have kids.
yeah,
So I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I was surprised when I got my wife pregnant the first time.
yeah.
I was shocked because in the back of my mind, I tell people, like, before you have kids, you don't see yourself with kids. So it's like
Right.
you think about it, but you don't really see yourself as a father. So I tell people I didn't really believe that I was going to be a father until my first child was here, and after that, then it's different. But I didn't see myself. I tell people when I had my first child, I didn't. I'm sure some guys aren't like that, but I didn't know. That's like, it was foreign to me. I tell people I was nervous driving home when I finally got home. It's like
But
it
I
took
don't
a
think
while for my
you ever be
mind
ready.
to click too that I was a father. It took a while. It's like
Right.
I had to really be in the process of being a dad for a little while. I'm sure women is not like that. And I'm not saying, like I said, it's like that for every dude. For me, it's like it took a while for me to make that adjustment. But then once I made the adjustment, now I don't remember not being a dad, you
Right.
know? So it's like you make that
That's
transition, it flips.
yeah. There's no
So like,
manual. You can never really be ready for
mm-mm,
this.
you won't be. But
You
you
get
won't.
ready.
For me, it didn't click that I was going to be a father until I was a father. Until Naomi was born, it never clicked.
Yeah. Hmm.
It did not click at all.
Yeah.
So
And now
you can
you got
see
a feature
yourself. So,
podcaster right there.
uh-huh. Yeah, man, I'm sorry about this, bro. My
Yeah.
wife doing her hair stuff. And my kids, I was trying to get my kids to watch her a little bit, but I heard her. I'm like, she's gonna
Hey,
have to
she's
come
the
down
boss of
with
the
me.
kids right now
Yeah,
at that
she
age.
is. Yeah, she run. She enjoying herself. She likes looking at herself. So she
But I
having a
know,
good old time looking at herself. That's why she doing all that.
yeah, I know you gonna start a podcast pretty soon.
I want to. I need to. It's something I need to do. I need to. The problem with me, bro, I know I'm overthinking it. See, I would love to have a podcast to where it's me and somebody else. We can kind of hit off of each other.
Yeah.
And like I said, like today is kind of out of the norm. Typically, I'll have time if I tell my wife, "Oh, I'm gonna do it during such a time." I'm good. But like I said, she's getting her really ready for she's trying to get herself together for Thanksgiving. So
Mm.
that's why I'm kind of giving that space. Plus, tomorrow is my actual birthday. So I'm gonna be at Casa tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'll be at Casa tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna go and kind of chill out there. I mean, I'm gonna go out with them in the afternoon, but I'll
Yeah.
be be at the cigar shop in the morning, probably for at least a couple of hours.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't know
So
that shit. I
I
would
know
have
I'll
went up
probably be
there,
up there by
but
myself though. It's the day before Thanksgiving, but
right.
I'm gonna do that for myself.
Hey, you got to have that alone time to relax, just get away from everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand, man. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I like what we were talking about earlier. You gotta, once if you want that, you just gotta put that camera on you and start talking.
Yeah, that's what I probably need to do. Because
It don't
Stream
even matter where you're
Studio, I'm
talking.
gonna have to remember this place.
The what?
What you got me on. I'm gonna have to remember this. Do this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This restrict you can just get in here and record. You can go live. You can do whatever you want to do on here. Yeah, this is a good app.
Emery. You loud, girl.
But yeah, man. But
Take
anyway,
this show. That's all it's Emery show now, huh?
oh yeah, yeah. Look at her. She's like, yeah, this one. Oh, now she's not interested.
Whatever.
Man,
But yeah, man. I think I need to be more confident in myself. That's my big thing.
yeah, confidence is key. Paying attention to detail is key. Like paying attention to the profession you want to get in. Just look and learn and take notes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can do. I mean, that's not all you can do,
Mm-hmm.
but those are to do. And nobody, and there's no telling how far you can go.
Yeah.
But you got to be afraid of how far you can go. And there's nothing really. The people that comes to something like this, when it comes to being in public, there's nothing outside of yourself that can keep you from success.
Right.
You know, everything. There's no outside comments, nothing that can stop you. It's all you, and
Yeah.
that's the of it. Because if it's all you, then you control it all.
Mm-hmm.
Not them, you.
Yeah. I know I need to just go ahead and do it. And see, the thing of me is, like, I script everything out. So like with this is cool because I feel like it's more just a dialogue that's kind of going back and forth. But I know with me, it's like I know it's hard. I would have to like write everything out that I was gonna say, not like
Yeah,
a script or nothing, but like just a basic outline and kind of go from there. It's something I just need to do, practice, put it out there, and just kind of
yeah.
see where it goes. Mhm.
It'll be all right. Just do it. Just make that one of your goals. Like, do you do the New Year's resolution stuff?
Hmm?
Do you do the New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I do New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. So you can make that one January 1st start recording.
I'll do that January 1st.
Yeah, you got a month to out whatever you want out.
Yeah, man. And I'm cool with this. This, like I said, this is not the norm.
Yeah,
So
no, I get it.
I think Thanksgiving is
It
different.
wasn't in the yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't want to, I've been wanting to do a podcast with you, so I didn't want to renege again. I know I reneged a couple of times,
Yeah.
but it's just I have to deal with her. Make sure that you
Yeah, man.
good. real Patsy? That's a good question. I have.
Hey man, let me let you go on and do the daddy duties. We'll get back on again.
All right. If you want to, we can get back on maybe later on today. I don't know how late you stay up. Once Monica finishes, she probably almost finished.
Yeah, we'll see. Just to see where it holds. See what the boss right there says.
All right, man. I apologize.
No, it's all good. Hey, this still gonna go up too.
My bad, man. But yeah, bro.
That's
I
the
know,
call.
like I said,
To 2 Men and a Baby or what?
yeah, 2 Men and a Baby, that'll work. Yeah.
Social media you wanna let down or any future podcast works? You wanna let everybody know the name of it coming up? You have a name for it?
Simply Unmuted. That's what I wanted to use as my name.
Simply what?
Unmuted.
Oh, Unmuted.
So basically,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, it's kind of like going against cancel culture. You can kind of say what you want to say. You know, you can be honest and open about your perspective without any backlash in reference to me. But it's
Yeah.
basically simply Unmuted. It's just a philosophy of basically we should be able to speak our mind and be able to be honest about how we feel. So that's what I wanted to name my podcast. Simply Unmuted.
Okay. The title. Well, once again, guys, thanks for coming in and see. You can follow us on all platforms. Once again, thanks for kicking. Bye bye.
See you later.